So today I'm going to film something a little bit new and exciting for my channel, and I'm going to be doing the Disney tag. I watched one of these recently and I thought I would give it a go because I love Disney too. So let's get started. So I couldn't just pick one favourite Disney movie, so I split it into three, and I've picked a classic, one of the Renaissance ones, and then a modern Disney film too. So for the classic one I've gone for Peter Pan. Peter Pan is my favourite story of all time. I have read the novel as well, and anybody who knows me knows how much I would wish I could fly, and that is why I love Peter Pan. I want to be in Peter's gown and fly with him. I also love Beauty and the Beast. My mum and my sister love this film too, and I just think it has everything that a good princess film should have. I love the story. I think Belle is an amazing princess. I love the dress that she gets to wear at the end. I love the songs. It has everything that you need in a great Disney film. And for the modern film that I have chosen is Brave. I think Merida is the coolest. I love that it's different to a lot of other princess films like her. She's just all about being an independent woman. She does what she wants to do, and I love the story. I love the music in that. It just makes me want to go and run around the Scottish Highlands. So for this question, it has to be the scene in Beauty and the Beast when they come down the stairs and they dance together and Taylor's Oldest Time is playing. It's so beautiful. For me, this has to be the Chim Chim Cheree scene in Mary Poppins, because the children have just fallen out with the dad and Bert's kind of telling them how, you know, how much he loves them really, and he's telling them all about his story and life as a chimney sweep, and I just love that there's a relationship between him, and Dick Van Dyke is just the coolest guy. I'm not sure if this one counts, but the Muppet movie is the most recent film I watched. It's technically owned by Disney, and in terms of like a kind of classic animated Disney film, I actually can't remember what that might be. Sorry. My family definitely like Disney, and I definitely watched a lot of Disney films with my sister when we were younger, but I don't know if any of them like it as much as I do. I have visited the parks 4 times, or done 4 trips. I've kind of been to the park. Sometimes I've gone to Paris and then I've gone twice to Disney. I have only been to Disneyland Paris though. It is my aim in life to get to all the Disney parks, but one at a time. We started with Paris. I remember being very small and getting Snow White on video for my birthday, and we had a period of time when we lived at my nana and granddad's house, and I actually think this was even before I'd started school, so I was very small, and I got Snow White on video when I had my birthday living at my nana's house, and I think I also got an Ariel like Barbie that birthday as well. So yeah, Disney fan from when I was probably around 3 years old. I have met quite a few characters at the parks. I've stayed in a couple of the Disney hotels, and you get to meet some of them while you're at the hotels. So I've met like Mickey and Minnie and Donald Duck and Pluto and Goofy. I've met Jack Skellington. I've met quite a few characters, but I don't think I've ever queued up to meet any of the princesses because they usually have very big queues, and I'm normally more ride focused when I go to the parks, but I would love to meet some of the princesses one day. So again, I've had to choose 3. How can you possibly just choose one? There's so many amazing songs. One that I've picked is Part of Your World from The Little Mermaid. I think every girl loves this song. It is such a good one to sing along to. Second is Be Our Guest from Beauty and the Beast. Me and my mum used to sing this one all the time, and I love when it gets to the part in the middle when it's like, life is so unnerving for a servant who's not serving. I love that part. And the third one would be Touch the Sky from Brave. It makes me want to be in like a Scottish band and play the violin and sing, because I just think, oh, it's such a great song. If you haven't heard that one, I'm not sure all of you will know that one, but definitely listen to that because it really makes you want to, I don't know, run around the mountains like Merida. For me, this has to be Oliver and Company. I love the story of Oliver Twist, but I never hear anybody really mention Oliver and Company that much. I remember when I was little, people used to talk about it when I was maybe like 6 years old at school, but it has some great songs. Billy Joel does the voice of Dodger, so he's got a great song in that, so definitely have a listen to that if you haven't heard it. But yeah, it doesn't get enough love these days, I don't think. Sorry, but this has to be Bambi. I've never been a massive Bambi fan, if I'm honest. I think Bambi is a little bit of a drip. And obviously it's sad when his mum dies, but I just have never felt that invested in any of the characters in that film. Just not feeling the love for Bambi, I'm sorry. I would have to be Belle. purely because I think she gets the best dress. And obviously I know some of the face characters, they wear her like blue and white dress from the start. I still really like that one. I'd still be happy to wear that one. And then obviously in the parade you might get to wear the beautiful yellowy gold ball gown, and that would just be a dream come true. Based on what I said earlier, I'm sure you can guess that I would love to be in the You Can Fly scene in Peter Pan, when they all are in the nursery and he teaches them how to fly and they're all flying around the nursery and then they fly off to Neverland. I just think it is so magical. I love that song, and they're all really excited and they're going on an adventure and you're flying with Peter Pan. Like, how could you not want to do that? The start of Oliver and Company always makes me cry when they're playing Once Upon a Time in New York City and Oliver's there with the other kittens and they're all up for adoption in a bit of a dodgy cardboard box on the side of a street in New York, and all the other cats get chosen and Oliver's left on his own and he's got his really little hopeful face, and then all the other cats disappear and it starts raining and he's all by himself. I think that scene is so sad. Even thinking about it now, oh, that poor cat. The song Someone's Waiting for You from The Rescuers always makes me cry. It's a really beautiful song because it's about like not giving up and having hope, but it's about a little girl who's got no family and she's all alone, and oh, it's just really sad. It's a beautiful song, but oh, it's a tearjerker. Now I know a lot of the sequels are kind of seen as being pretty bad films, but I do like some of them, and my favourite would definitely be The Lion King 3, when they go back to the start. So it's with Timon and Pumbaa, and it's like somebody's taken the camera and gone, yeah, this is what happened in The Lion King, but look what was happening over here at the same time, and it's all from their perspective, and it's got some great songs, and I just think it was a really clever idea. This one was a struggle because I think Disney has some amazing villains, but I decided to choose Jafar because I think he's got a really like dry sense of humour. He's a very witty villain. He doesn't have his own song, which, you know, I think he could. Oh, does he? He sings the reprise at the end, and so I suppose he does have his own song, so there you go, perfect villain. And what a hat. This definitely has to be Nala from The Lion King. She is so cool, even when she's like a cub, I suppose. She's just got like a real sassy attitude, and yeah, it is like a love story between her and Simba, but she's so brave, and she, you know, she goes off and she faces up to Scar just as much as Simba does. I think she's so cool. Yeah, definitely not. This definitely has to be Flounder. I think I can relate to him and that I'm a big worrier as well, but I think he's really cute and he's a good friend to Ariel, and he's, you know, he's there and he kind of faces his fears at the end and goes and does things that he's scared to do, but because he's looking out for his friends, so I think he's a really great little sidekick. This one was pretty easy to me, and is definitely Flynn Rider. I think a lot of the princes in the Disney kind of princess films, they're all, you know, none of them have kind of got too much about them. I know they kind of save the day at the end, but I never feel like there's a lot of personality with any of them until Flynn Rider came along. I just think he's the really, like, I don't know, he's just really cool and really funny, and I think him and Rapunzel are a really good match. So my favourite princess is Merida. I know I mentioned her earlier. I think she's the coolest. She doesn't need a man. It's not about that at all for her. She's doing her own thing. She's into her archery. She's into magic. She's just a strong character. She's got beautiful hair, and I just think she's great. So the last question, my favourite ride in the parks, and this has to be Crush's Coaster. I don't know if this is just in Disneyland Paris. It's actually in Disney Studios in the Paris resort, and it's relatively new. I maybe say like the last like 5 years. I could be totally wrong, but it's such a good ride. It does sometimes get quite a big queue, but it is well worth waiting. It's basically like a spinning coaster, so you're sitting in a turtle shell, and you go through the start, and it's quite slow paced, and you kind of see in different bits from the film, and then suddenly you go through what's it called, the current. I've forgotten what it's called, like the Australian current. They mention it in the film and I'm really bad that I've forgotten, but you go through that and it all starts spinning and it goes really fast and you go outside, and it is so much fun. It is definitely something that I would rush to every time I go to Paris, because I know it gets really busy because it's so good, but I wouldn't want to miss that one in a trip. But there we go, so that's all the questions. I really hope you enjoyed this. I kind of adapted the questions from a post I've seen on Tumblr, but I'll pop them below, and if you want to film a video as well or post some of the answers to the questions in the comments, then please do, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!